Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Captain Chang Plays. Although today we're not going to be talking about games. Instead, we're going to be talking about Temu. Temu is a different shopping service that has been going viral recently on something that are extremely cheap because they are basically shipping straight from China to you. And as a result, they can offer sometimes prices that are vastly below expectations. Whether they are worth it or not, that is entirely up to you. I have tried a couple of these items and I find them to be quite acceptable for their price. Of course, you may be thinking about the ethical implications of using the cheap labor in China, but most of us just care about low prices. Anyway, here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items that I find interesting. Obviously, not all of them may be of interest to you, but I am a geek and I find these items rather interesting. And I think they're cheap enough to warrant at least you looking at them. I will include links to them in the description below, and let's just get started. But before we do that, please subscribe to this channel if you find the content interesting, and like this video, perhaps even share this video, or leave a comment. Are these items interesting? Did you buy these items and did you find them acceptable? Or are they just complete junk for you? Let me know. Anyway, item number 1. 6 pieces of black gel pen for $1.29. That's half of the price that you'll find at your local dollar store. Your local dollar store will sell 3 of these pens for $1.25. So here you get 6 for $1.29. And as you can see, the reviews are usually perfect pen or whatever, whatever. It's basically you keep these around because you can afford to lose them. For this price, as I said, keep one everywhere. One in your purse, one in your pocket, one in your car, one here, one there. These are the pens you can afford to lose and doesn't hurt. I mean, you can do that with dollar store pens, but you get 6 instead of 3 with these. Item number 2, a tiny little 3-port USB hub for $1.99. As the pictures here show, it's basically for you to plug into one of the side USB ports of a laptop or notebook, and you can use it for all sorts of things. You can carry it around, you can even put a little lanyard in it and just keep it in your pocket. But you can use it on thumb drives, you can use it for mouse dongles, attach the cable to charge things and still connect other things. You can use it for all sorts of things. But $1.99, you can't even get a Starbucks coffee for that price. Obviously, this doesn't charge. This just pulls power from a standard USB port, and therefore it will not be able to charge anything. This is only for connectivity. And for $1.99, basically you plug this into one of your front ports, and now you have extra ports. And you can choose between white and black versions. Alright, next item. For those of you into mechanical keyboards, you're probably well aware that you can replace the keys with novelty keys and custom keys, and these, What you don't realize is in China, these custom keys are even cuter, and as you can see, the prices are out of this world. $5.48 for one. These obviously some you can find like special, really pretty custom keys that are made in Vietnam or something if you subscribe to uh, the Reddit mechanical keyboard news. They make some very pretty custom keys over in Vietnam for like 20, 30, $40. But these are mass produced, and yes, they're like this is a goldfish one for 348. One with a silicone. This is obviously a clone of the famous Zemo one. For this, the original Zemos are, I believe, cost like 20 or 30. These are 359. There's one that's basically planned in a cute glass bowl for 248. More plants, cute little animals, cats and dogs, anime figures, more cute these cute rabbits, various types of desserts, mushrooms. You get the idea. And yes, these are actual prices. 209, 229, 349, etc., etc., etc. I actually bought some of these, the 198 ones. Yes, it is like that. And let's just say this is made of hard plastic rather than the silicone one. This, the silicone ones are soft, obviously, but these are made of hard plastic, which is why they're cheap. But you're not going to care about the price because they are cheap. Next item, electric eraser. For those of you who are still using pencils, you might want to think about using one of these. Yes, this is an electric eraser. Turn it on, just wave that little eraser head across the paper and just watch your stuff disappear. You get a choice of two colors. You get blue or you get pink. Yes, a little vibration motor will erase stuff extremely fast. And you get a couple pieces of refill, of course. And you can buy refills at your local office stationery store. For $3.88, I don't know if this will get your child or yourself kind of special looks, but it will probably make your day go a lot quicker because you don't have to worry about erasing stuff with your pencil. That is, if you still use pencils. Next item. This one may interest some geeks. For those of you who are interested in mechanical keyboards, you might also be interested in fountain pens. And Jinhao, you probably heard of them, a maker of fountain pens in China. And Jinhaos are actually extremely cheap in China, as you can see. The X750, $539. By the time they make it over here to the US, the price has usually doubled or tripled or even quadrupled. If you just look up Jinhao X750 on eBay, the price is probably in the $15 range. And now, with Temu and its magic, you can get these for $539. And you can get any of these color choices. Black, frosted black, white steel, gold, rose gold, champagne silver, speckled black, trellis, fluorescent black, creamy white, or the red snowflake thingy. And they're all $539. The one catch is they don't come with any ink. These are pen only, raw pen only, but it does come with a uh, inkwell. The basically it you have to use an inkwell because it has a built-in little pump thingy, but you can easily pull that out and use a cartridge instead. That's entirely up to you. But at this price, who cares? And yes, these are sold directly by Jinhao themselves, so these are legit. You can find a lot of other Jinhao stuff. They have the X 850s and all the other models on here as well. Next item. For those of you into streaming or into live streaming or basically into podcast and stuff like that, you might need one of these consoles. This is basically your little mixer. You can plug in all sorts of audio inputs. As you can see, like they got all the different buttons that you can put in. They got the pre-recorded sound effects, like clapping, applause, or sad trombone, and press a button and you can live stream some Bluetooth stuff into this uh, little console. You can do a little master mixing. You get some input levels. Basically, this is like a little mixing mastering station for your PC. And for those of you who are into, as I said, podcasting, live streaming, and things like that, something like this is extremely helpful. Obviously, this is not going to be replacing one of those super master consoles that cost like a one or $200 or even higher, because those are working with XLR microphones and professional grade stuff. And this is hobby grade at best. But at $26, is it really going to affect you that much? It's certainly worth a try with a lot of different connectivity choices at the back, as you can see. Condenser mic 1, condenser mic 2, headset, earphone. They would let you even put in a backing track, basically some background music, plus additional connections, like you want to connect to a PC or OTG, and there's a charge port as well, and a big microphone. That's So as I said, that's maybe something this you might want to consider if you're into creating your own podcast and stuff. Next item. Everybody has seen these compressed air duster, except this is not compressed air. This is basically a blow dryer, except in a microform. It's basically blowing wind, so it's compared to a compressed air duster. But most of these that you find on Amazon are in the $55 to $65 or even $100 range. This one, sold directly from China through Temu, is $33.48. Which you don't really need me to tell you how much money you're saving on this, right? I mean, you can use it on, you can power it and charge it on by almost anything. You can charge in the car. You can charge it via the power brick or power bank. Clean electronics, clean household items. Basically, clean the your window edges. This is not a vacuum. This is a blower, so you should really wear a mask when you use this. But you can actually also use this to help start your barbecue, or you get the idea. And for $33.48, basically half of the price that you paid on Amazon, I would say this item is worth it. And because most of you only haul this out maybe 5 times a year, and I might be too generous. Finally, the final item we'll cover for today is a 3D printer for the grand price of $80. Yes, that's right. A 3D printer for the price of $80. No, you're not going to get one that has amazing precision, be able to handle a dozen different materials, or have a very large print area. In fact, it says very clearly in the title, it will only handle 4-inch by 4-inch by 4-inch. Basically, it is a small cube. Basically, this made the size of a Rubik's Cube, roughly. That is not a lot of volume. On the other hand, it's enough to print a couple small toys and or at least action figures thereof. And if you really want to combine a couple different pieces, they work perfectly fine. It's not going to be very high resolution. It's not going to be a very precise print, and you probably have to learn how to cut up the slicing the figures with proper support, and you have to slice them out later. But for $80, it's like you can buy one of these and just have fun printing whatever you download, Shapeways or whatever. You can use this to just learn how to slice 3D objects and print out whatever that you create off of Blender, whatever. It's definitely an interesting way of getting into 3D printing. For $80, what you can print off of this is not going to be comparable to even the 150 to 10 or even the $300 to $500 printer, much less the 500 to 1,000 to $5,000 printers. But for $80, this is practically an impulse purchase. If you're interested in 3D printing, this is a perfectly legitimate way of you getting your feet wet into the world of 3D printing. You can connect this to a transflash card and just download the design to it, and it will print it. Or you can connect this to a PC and just transfer some files to it, and it will print. Off of that too. Anyway, so as you can see, these 8 items I find somewhat interesting, and they're cheap enough for you to justify buying them off of Temu. They are obviously some of these will probably turn out to be duds, but I think they're cheap enough for you to give them a chance. And something, as I said, something kind of they're cheap enough to be interesting and almost throwaway items. I am a geek and I tend to pick geeky things, and I hope you have enjoyed this little exploration of Temu. In the future, we will be exploring a couple more items, maybe once or twice a month. If I find other interesting items, then I will let you guys know. Again, if you find this content interesting, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Please like this video, share this video, or even comment on this video. What do you think about the items I picked? Do you consider these items junk? Have you tried any of these items? Let me know. And in the meantime, I will see you in the next video where I will cover gaming and other items. See you in the next one.